Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna move this down a little bit. How is everybody? Why does it look dark in here? I don't know why. But anyway, here we go. I hope everybody is having a great Friday. And we're doing what we do. We are going to continue learning about Luminous, what we have to offer, and all the goodness that goes with that. My name is Heather, and between Renee, hey Nancy, between Renee and I, you get the 411 on Luminous. And when you order it, or let's say you've ordered it, you're waiting for it, because I know we have a lot of new people. And the one thing I want you to do when you get it is get it out. And I know that sounds weird, but people get so excited. They're ready for it. They saw the infomercial, or maybe you saw it on here and you can see what it does and you're so excited about it. And then you get it and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. You can, but you can't do it if it's sitting in the box. And so make sure you do get it out and get playing with it. I'm going to put these are the couple of things that I want you to do when you're getting started. First thing is get it out and get it into your hands, and know that it already comes put together. So the hose where the air comes out of is connected to the compressor that's connected to your stylus. The only thing you have to do is plug in the power cord, and then you're good to go. As soon as you do turn it on, bam, the air comes out. And that's what I want you to do, is just feel this air. Feel the air, get the stylus moving, and just feel it. That's the number one thing. Good morning, Amber. Good morning, Tamberly. How are you? Or I guess it is good afternoon, not morning. And just get it in your hand and practice. You can't even put water in here, but just feel the air. Wherever the air is going is where the makeup's going to go. But get this moving and just get this down. Even if you're just practicing with air, get to work. Now, when you put water in here and you start pulling back on the trigger, make sure you do keep it 4 finger widths away from your face, which is about right there. And you're going to still keep moving, and then barely pull back on the trigger. Good morning, or good afternoon, Karen. And barely pull back on the trigger. That is what releases the makeup. So again, this gets you used to having the makeup being released. So practice with water. It's fun. If you can do that, like keep moving around your face, keep it 4 finger widths away, barely pull back, and your face is just wet, like moist, and not dripping, then you've got it down. Another thing you can, I don't know what these are sticking out of, and that's really bothering me. Sorry. Hello, Jeannie. How are you? The other thing is, when you're practicing, what I would also do is get maybe a paper towel. You can practice on a paper towel. Use the shade that maybe isn't your color and spray the paper towel. Sometimes visually seeing it helps. If you can spray the paper towel and it just looks flawless with the color and not hot spots or streaks, then you know you've got it down. Sometimes that helps, because when we're airbrushing ourselves, we don't always see exactly what's happening. And so being able to see it, it does help. Or if you have someone you can airbrush, if your husband will let you airbrush him, maybe a daughter, a sister, you can have fun and airbrush somebody else. And then that way you can experience as well. Honestly, guys, I don't care what you do with it, as long as it's in your hand, because you're learning. I always tell a story. When I first started to learn to airbrush, my good friend, her boyfriend, let me airbrush him and practice on him, and I did everything wrong. I was pulling back all the way on the trigger. I even filled in his lips. I mean, everything and anything I could do wrong, I did, and that helped me. That helped me understand, okay, now I understand what happens when you do that. That's why I don't want to do it. And so again, just keep going, keep it going. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Everyone is jumping on Facebook, on YouTube, and I love it. I love it. I'm doing great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's Friday, guys. It's Friday. I guess like every day is kind of Friday, but I don't know. It just makes me happy. I don't know why. I'll probably end up working for the weekends, but I don't know. There's not as much. I don't have a schedule, I guess, on the weekend. You can kind of do what you want to do. All right. So I'm going to get out my foundation. Oh, let me show you what is in our starter kits. This is the other great thing. I am going to put this up too. That shows you the times that we are on. Now, our starter kit, yours might look like this one. This is the Icon. We also have the Icon Pro, which is the one that I'm using. That's pink or rose gold. And the Pro has 2 speeds. The 2-speed has a little bit higher air pressure, so you can do tanning. You can do different things. Now, we give you 2 large bottles of foundation. Because 1, we want you to practice. We want you to utilize it. So get to work. You can use the wrong shade. When you color match yourself and you're figuring out what shade you are, you can use the wrong shade to practice with, but use it. Hopefully you are on the replenishment program, because that's the best deal ever. And you're going to get more. So just use it. Think of the starter kit as your practice kit. Get practicing. It's also so you can mix and match. We know that we change shades throughout the year, and so we can mix and match to have that perfect shade match 365 days a year. We also give you Love and Blush, which we're going to go over. Love is a hydrating illuminator, gives you a little bit of shine. I don't even like to say shine, a little bit of luminosity without shimmer. So you're not going to get shimmer, but if you're like, oh, I don't know if I can use shimmer, you can use Love. You can also mix Love in your blush, in your foundation, to change and kind of broaden what makeup you have, because it changes the look a little bit, so it can give you another look. The blush is also super high pigmented, so only use 2 drops. Even if you're a blushaholic, I would still only use 2 drops, and then when you're first starting out, and then add more if you need to, but just know that it does intensify. All right, let's see. Sarah, I have not had a chance yet, girl. Sarah actually has asked me to help her with the color match of her brows. She has super light brows, and I apologize for that. It's been a little bit crazy this week, but I haven't forgotten you. Your email is starred. And I will work on that, I promise. So yeah, let's see. Oh, I accidentally poured twice as much foundation, but I applied it so well. I love a happy accident. I love that. I love it. I love it. Hey, Patty, how are you? All right, I'm actually going to start with my brows. And I like starting with my brows because of the fact when I get to the airbrushing, it shows you how precise it is. It really is very precise. This is Cocoa Eyebrow Pencil, Duo Eyebrow Pencil. And I'm going to go in and I line from the top. I start on the top. Remember, anything you put down is going to lower the eyes. So if you have hooded eyes, which is something we talked about yesterday, you even lining your eyebrows when you're filling them in, or when you're filling in your brows, not lining them, but when you're filling in your brows, filling them in the bottom, make sure you're not bringing down your eyes even more. So those are, different things you can watch. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to get on this side. Hello, Brenda. Bring this out a little bit. I love the fact that this is a little angled, because before I used to do my brows, fill them in with our powder, just powder eyeshadow and an angled brush. And so this is amazing because of the fact that it's an angled brow pencil. And so I'm able just to go sweep, 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 sweep. Is your hand mirror the one sold on the website? Yes, it is the one sold on the website, and I love it. So if you have glasses or if you have cheaters like I do, this helps so much. And I don't know why this is normally how I do my brows is I'm in my bathroom and the mirror is far away. It's a little blurry, but I fill them in like that. And then I come up closer and figure out what I missed. If there's any spots that I need to kind of tweak and things like that. Because I figure I can get them pretty close and then it doesn't look, I feel like it allows me to do them a little softer, because sometimes if I'm too close, they'll get too perfect. Does that make sense? I hope so. Now I go in and I do brush through it. And then on the Duo side, let me show you real quick. On the Duo eyebrow pencil, we have this one here, and this end comes out, and this is the gel for it. I will tell you, there's so much product in here that the first couple of times I actually wipe it off, or I can do this and then go in there. This is great to keep those hairs in place. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I have like one big old hair that sticks out, and I'm like, why haven't I plucked that? Like, it's over here to here. It's crazy. And it will hold them in place. It does color them a little bit as well. But I go real light. It just depends on how you like them as well. If you have crazy eyebrows, you might have to use more. I know my dad's like that. I'm like, Dad, what's going on here? What's happening? He gets those crazy eyebrows too, but there you go. A little bit about me. All right, so now, oh, and by the way, this mirror has a 10-time magnification and then the regular side, and this is really dirty, so don't look at that. But that's what I love about it, and it even comes with a stand. But this is awesome because I do everything here, but because I use cheaters too, and my vision's not the best, I'll come in here to make sure it's correct. All right, now let's get to airbrushing. I'm going to go in and I'm actually going to add a little bit of love. Right in here. I'm super excited to airbrush. Oh, are you going to airbrush your daughter, Jeannie? That's awesome. Now I'm applying love first because I want you to see the luminosity of it. It's very subtle. It's not, and I do have a large ring light ahead of me, and it's very subtle. Like, it's not going to be too crazy. It's just perfect. And so I have about 4 or 5 drops, and I'm just going to, oh, Candy, did I miss you? I'm so sorry, baby. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi. Guys, please don't get mad at me. Please don't get mad at me. It's a little hard learning, like doing airbrush, talking about it, putting the slides up, making sure I say hi to everybody. But please don't get mad at me. All right, see how it gives you that nice subtle look of just some shimmer? So I just put it right there just to get a little bit of that kind of lit from within. I'm going to airbrush over it, and you're still going to see it. It'll blend it off a little bit. That's why doing the blush first works really well, because it blends. Our blush is high pigmented, and so if it's too much, it's okay, because doing the foundation last is going to blend all of that. No, I always try to say hi, guys. I do. I always want to say hi. But when I get on my little rant, or when I'm talking, sometimes everybody's typing so fast, I don't get to see everybody. It moves up. All right. So now, oh, thank you, Candy. Now I have my blush, and I'm going in and going back and forth. What store? Karen is asking about the storage cases. Are you talking about the travel cases, Karen? And I do like to go right here. I'm using the computer screen, but let me see, make sure I'm getting this somewhat where it should go. All right, there we go. Now, when you're first starting out and maybe you're practicing, now this, let me back. I'm using my computer screen to do my makeup. That shows you how precise this is and how feeling that air and feeling where the makeup's going to go helps me be able to do it even without a mirror. So that should tell you guys how easy airbrush is. It's not as difficult as we sometimes imagine in our head. It honestly is really easy. And the more you have it in your hand, the more you're going to learn. All right, so now I'm doing the foundation, and I'm using the Ultra Shade 3, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drops. And now I'll go in, turn my system on. There's air that comes out. Nothing is being released because I haven't pulled back on the trigger yet. I start on one, just any spot. And then I start airbrushing, and I do make one pass. So Karen, with that icon travel case, it came with the system. It wasn't, if I remember correctly, it wasn't sold separately, but we are working on that, babe. So now I'm going, yeah, it's only when it's ordered with the system. I'm gonna go under my eyes now. I made one pass. Now I'm going to those problem areas, my sunspots, blending the blush. Remember, I have 7 drops in here. And I'm still going up and down my jawline so I don't have that demarcation line. Upper lip, back underneath my eyes. I'm actually going to go on my lid because my lids are dark sometimes. And then I can tell it's about to, well, maybe not. So still 7 drops. I can still make my pass. I know this is enough coverage for me because I know how it feels. But I'll go under my eyes a little bit more. And bam, there you go. I'm even blowing some of this out. So it shows you how long I can make the airbrush last. That is how, like if you rewatch this video and time me and see how long I made those 7 drops last, and then you practice, that's a great way to make sure you are pulling back light enough on that trigger. That actually just gave me an idea. I might have to do a video about that. Because I want you to spray lightly, and maybe we can do one where it's like, you know, light coverage, medium coverage, and full coverage with just pulling back on the trigger. I might have to do that. All right, so there you go. That is how easy. Look how blended my blush is. Even though the blush is intensified once it dries, because I did the foundation last, it blends out for me. I can throw on mascara and lips and I'm done. I'm done. I don't have to powder it if I don't want to. If a matte look is what you like, then powder away. Our powder compacts are amazing. This one, oh, I love it. It's so finely milled that it's not going to settle into wrinkles and crinkles, but I keep this. And sometimes I'll just powder my T-zone or maybe a little bit underneath my eyes, but it is amazing. All right. Yes, and Sarah's like, that's a great idea. Actually, I just kind of thought about that. All right, I'm actually taking this off now, right in front of you, because I do want to talk about the Tanning Tonic. The Tanning Tonic is amazing. And Renee and I have been using it, and I wanted to see how fast it works. And I know that you're probably interested in that too. Now it comes 2 different ways. I left it on my kitchen table, and so I will bring the other one back. But I have the spray bottle, but we have now put it in a bottle that you can actually put in the tanning. If you have the tanning stylus, and you can actually tan your whole body with it, or if it's a touch up, like we actually sprayed it. I'm gonna spray it on my face and my chest. You can put it in here and just spray this way as well. So we've given it to you 2 different ways. So that is time activate. There's no bronzer in it, but it will, and I mean, it does come out. So I want to see how fast. If you've used our, where's my Kleenexes? If you've used our wipes, you know that they feel amazing on the skin. So that's what I'm now trying to kind of rub in the product, so it's not gonna be there when I spray. Let's see. Oh, you bought it for your that's a good. Patty's like, I bought one for my daughter, and I'm gonna make her send me the case. Yeah, I know a lot of people like that case, and so I'm sure that is something they are working on to get where you can purchase it, because the travel case is very nice. Although, guys, this travels so well. The system, I've actually just put it in a makeup bag, and it's fine. I mean, it's pretty sturdy. So, but I know you want to protect it. I understand that. All right, I'm going to use the Tanning Tonic, and it's the same bottle as Final Seal. So they look the exact same. It is not an aerosol. It is a pump. Boop, boop. It is a pump. So I'm going to hold my hair back. So Amber, you'll see how tan I look. If you look back at some of the videos, I had it on before, and I sprayed it like here, and then I did spray it on my chest, but it was like I looked like I had one of those like little dickies on, because it only hit like right there. And so it is going to tan. So you'll see the difference between now and the 2 o'clock. All right. So I'm holding it about six inches away. And I'm wearing a white shirt. I'm not worried about it. And I probably overdo it. But see, you can tell my face is nice and moist. That's what your face should look like when you're practicing with water, by the way. But I just spray it. I feel like it would be a little more precise, or I feel I would have more control if I did the airbrush one. So if I put the drops in here and did it this way, but that might be just because I'm used to it. I'm used to airbrushing, but I love that mist because it's so light. I mean, you can tell, and I sprayed it. There's no drops. It's nice and wet, but there's no drops. So you'll see the difference. I'm going to let that soak in. I'm not going to blot it. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to let that soak in, and we'll see the difference at 2 o'clock. So that'll be an hour and a half, basically, difference. Let's see. So just told you how the tan works. Need a nice cosmetic tray where the air bottles for the different sides. Yeah. Patty's like, there's never one big enough. All right. I know we always end up, but I have to say, all that we have, like our click and play eyeshadows travel so well. Everything, even like our daggers, how they're magnetized and they go together. I mean, that's pretty amazing as well. So, all right, guys, I will see you soon. Maybe I'll be more tan. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And oh, you know what I want to put on? I'm like looking at my lips and I'm like, I don't have lips. I'm going to put on, of course, the lip jelly. This is the lip jelly. It does have a plumper in it. So to me, it doesn't, like, I don't feel like it burns. You only have to use a little bit. You don't have to use a lot. I actually think I put too much on my top lip. But to me, it feels like I ate too many Red Hots. That's all it feels like. And then after like the second or third time, you won't even notice it anymore. So, but it does plump up the lips. So I do normally put it on when I start putting my makeup on. That way my lips are nice and moisturized and supple before putting my lipstick or whatever I'm putting on for that day. All right. Ooh, Karen found the perfect tray at Hobby Lobby for bottles of airbrush. Karen, send me a photo of it, babe. Send me a photo of it and maybe I can show people. Oop, that's Renee. There I am. Send me a photo. I would love to see it. I'm always looking for new and improved ways. And this is the other thing. In my bathroom, I have a metal shelf, and I stick these on because they're magnets. So I can stick those on, and the ones that I use a lot are right there for me to grab. So, all right, guys, I will see you soon. We'll see each other in just a few hour and a half. All right, thanks so much. Bye for now.